Hello? Can I be heard? That's my question. That's the question of the day. Oh, I am on a walk, currently soaking in the yellow sun yet again, because I got cooped up in my room, and I don't want to be cooped up in my room anymore. So I decided to just step outside and go live. So that's what I'm doing. Not sure if you can hear me at all. Not sure if this is going to reach anyone at all. But I'm going live anyway, because that's better than staying cooped up in my room, as I said like 2 seconds ago. What's going on, Kieran? Can I be heard relatively well? Okay. Am I cutting in and out? Is it bad? I have no frame of reference for how this is going. I'm currently live streaming on my phone for the first time in a long time. I don't have a microphone on me. I'm just speaking directly into the phone as I'm on a walk outside. So hopefully we stay somewhat stable and somewhat audible. That would be ideal. So just let me know if I need to do anything. Although, to be completely honest with you, I wouldn't know what to change if there was an issue with the audio, given the fact that I don't have equipment. So we're just going to wing it and hope for the best here. Let's see. Trapped in my room and can hear you from here. Okay. Well, I'm just going to assume that that's a good thing. So awesome. Happy Spider-Man Day. Everybody coming into the chat, into the stream. You might hear a few nature noises. You might hear a giant dog run up on me and start panting heavily in the microphone here and there. But that's what's going on. Let's see. Sounds all right. The Forest ASMR is a nice touch too. LOL. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm currently walking outside in the woods, so I felt like it would be somewhat therapeutic for you guys. I wish that there was something built in. How's it going, Cameron? Welcome to the stream. I wish that there was something built into the mobile version of YouTube when you go live to where you could kind of navigate it like OBS, set like a rotating set of images or something to that effect to give a little bit more pizzazz to the overall presentation of what's going on here. I mostly just don't feel like showing myself on camera. I did take a shower. Don't worry, I'm not stinky. I'm not musty. I brushed my teeth. I clipped my nails. I'm feeling good. But my hair, that's the one thing that I'm not happy about. I need a haircut. So you're not going to get to see my beautiful mug on screen today. How's it going, CH Animates? Welcome to the stream. You wish Spider-Man Unlimited talked in Across the Spider-Verse. That could have been cool. I think it would have been a really nice touch to have that added in there, just, for us diehard fans. But I don't think that there was anything that took away from him not speaking, especially given the fact that we got to hear Spectacular Spider-Man Josh Keaton speak. That more than made up for it. And I'm a bigger fan of Spectacular over Unlimited, so that was enough for me. FNAF and Plush, Sonic Plush Adventures, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome. Happy Spider-Man Day. Hi, Geekly. Happy Spider-Man Day. Thank you. You know what's weird? Okay, I jumped straight to doing a Spider-Man video, or I should say video, a Spider-Man live stream, given the fact that it's Spider-Man Day. I completely glossed over the fact I have not made a single video or live stream for Fantastic Four. Is that not abysmal? What's wrong with me? So let's clap it up for the release of Fantastic Four First Steps. I was going to clap, but then I realized I'm holding my phone and I can't clap. So I'm just going to trust that the audience watching this right now is giving a round of applause. Oh, Spectacular over Unlimited all day. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the general consensus. I'm not aware of anybody who prefers Spider-Man Unlimited over Spectacular. Maybe that's a thing. I could be wrong. Who knows? Guys, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a bee chasing me right now. It's buzzing right in my ear. I'm terrified. Claps. There we go. Clap it up. Fantastic Four First Steps. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the movie. Has everybody in chat seen it? I mean, we're heading into the second weekend, so we might be able to talk spoilers. I don't know. I'll just keep it spoiler-free for now, but we'll see. That's just something I'm disappointed about. Like, don't get me wrong, Spider-Man Unlimited isn't great. I prefer Spectacular, but they had him there. Why not let him talk? Well, I mean, maybe it was the fact that the original voice actor for Unlimited wasn't present. I think, in my opinion, it would have been more weird to have him speak and it's not the actual voice actor and he's just speaking for the sake of speaking. Because again, he could have very easily been omitted from the film entirely. So with him being there, it was enough for me. And again, but that's just my take on it. I'm not trying to convince you to feel otherwise. You're completely valid to feel the way you feel about it. So I'm gonna nip that in the butt there and stop acting like this is a debate because it's not. You're right. You're more than welcome to feel that way. You're completely right. See. Got an idea. Toss the phone in the air and clap it before it falls back down. Absolutely not. Yes, it was fantastic. Say that again. It's fantastic. Yes, it is. Did you, oh, I missed that. Did you all see in the teaser that the suit had raised webbing? I sure did. But did you see, which is a little bit more easy to miss, did you notice the brick pattern on the red fabric? Kind of an homage to Raimi, the Raimi suit. Did you notice that? Did you see the brick pattern? That was awesome. And I feel like this suit is going to have a lot more texture, even if they go the CGI route for some of the shots. I feel like it's going to look a lot better because that raised webbing gives it a bit more dimension on the CG model, which is some of the gripes that people had with the Homecoming suit is like the flat webbing. On the practical suit didn't look too bad, but when the CG came in, it all looked so flat and hugged to his body. That raised webbing really helped to make the model feel a little bit more three-dimensional and alive. So I'm excited for it. I think the suit looks fire so far. We barely even seen it. So I'm excited to see the full reveal. Rhino was in the Mario movie that released the same year. Also, you're fine about your opinion. I didn't mean to seem like a debate. Oh no, you're fine. I was just joking around. I didn't take it as a debate either. I just get in my head and I like to speak about whatever's floating around in my brain from time to time. So I'm so glad this is going well so far. By the way, if you're watching the stream, please leave it a like so I can keep doing this until I get my equipment replaced. This is the only way I can stream. I'm sorry. I was going to boot up Marvel Rivals and play some Spider-Man today to celebrate Spider-Man Day, but it wasn't in the cards for me due to the equipment situation. I'm getting it replaced as soon as possible though, so just hold your breath and we'll be back. I miss making videos. I have a ton of stuff I'm working on. Luckily though, with my equipment for video making and live streaming being out of commission, it's given me more of an excuse to animate, so certain projects might be close to completion. I don't know. Was that a teaser? I don't know. Maybe. It's up to you. Do you want it to be a teaser? It could have been. It could have been. Guys, I think he has an idea. Do I? Do you? Who has an idea? Who are we talking about? Let's see. I'm going to miss that final swing suit from the end of No Way Home. I don't know. I think this is basically going to be that suit. It might have a few minor tweaks, just given the fact that it's the final perfected practical version of it, but I don't think it's going to be a huge departure from the suit we saw at the end of No Way Home. If anything, it's going to be more in line with that than a complete overhaul. So I'm excited to see what that turns out to be. I hope they keep the shiny blue, personally. I like that. It was a nice touch. Nice touch. What's up? How's it going? Shell Shock Productions. Thank you for joining in. The voice of Spider-Man Unlimited is named... Oh, got you. Got you. I don't know why I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. Am I really a Spider-Man fan if I didn't know that? I guess I'm a fake fan. L's in the chat for me. L knowledge. I just hope they keep animating the eyes on the suit. That way the one thing, or that was the one thing I actually love about the Holland suit. Yeah, I'm kind of in agreement with you. I want the animated expressive eyes to come back. I've seen a lot of talk in chatter online that might not be the case. I don't know where they're getting this stuff from. Is there any validity to that speculation? Have they seen the suit? Who knows? We'll find out soon. But I don't know why I'm talking like this. Leave me alone. It's been a day. Okay, it's Spider-Man Day. I'm happy. Let me speak a little animated. It's fine. But a lot of people are wanting the bigger eyes, and I do too. I want some bigger lenses, but I don't want to sacrifice the expressiveness of the lenses, because again, that's a big thing that makes Tom Holland's suit stand out from the other ones. So hopefully they keep that element, because it would suck to have like a Deadpool and Wolverine in the MCU now that have expressive eyes, and then Spider-Man loses them the second Deadpool and Wolverine get them. That would be whack. So we'll see. We'll find out what happens there. Book of Leo? I'm not going to answer that. Maybe. Possibly. The final swing suit was fully CG and No Way Home, so they're making a real-life version of it. There you go. The one thing about No Way Home, the No Way Home end suit, is that while I love the color of the blue, they use the glossy texture, which was a bit too much for me. I love the glossy texture. I want them to keep that personally. Okay, if they don't do animated eyes, I'll settle for them being way bigger. Yeah, again, that would be the one trade-off that I would accept is if they're bigger, but still I'd want to keep that element personally. Yeah, knowing Sony, they're going to make some changes to the suit so they can sell them toys. Probably. Again, I think this, though, is more of a situation like that previous comment said, was that they didn't have a fully ready version of that suit to start rolling cameras with. So now that they have the opportunity to build it, Destin and whoever has say on the creative choices on how the suit will look on camera gets to do that, because a lot of the previous suit was informed by John Watts and his team. Now that we have a new creative voice stepping into the role of director, I'm sure they want to add adjustments and tweaks to better fit their their version or their vision for whatever they see for this film. So it would make a bit of sense to me. Did you see that in the set photos, there's a tank that has the Demons logo on it? Yeah, I did see that that was on there. And I guess that is alluding to the fact that we might end up getting Mr. Negative, or at least hints to that character being introduced at some point in the MCU. If not this film, maybe at the end or a post-credit stinger. Who knows? There's a lot of stuff going on. Also, given the fact that Kevin Feige teased that Destin Daniel Cretton had a bunch of comic book covers that he wants to work into the film, hung up on his wall or whatever the case may be. And I think we got to look at 2 to 3 of those comic covers, which have Boomerang and Tarantula on the cover. A funny thing about Boomerang was rumored months ago to be a villain in this movie, so that would add more fuel to that fire of that speculation of him being in the film to begin with. So I don't know, a lot of things are starting to connect, like the dots are starting to connect. We're kind of seeing the vision, kind of seeing what's true and what wasn't of all the reports and rumors we've been hearing from all this time. So it could be cool. I'm really excited to see what happens. Just stopping by to say hello. How's it going, Bittersweet? Thank you for joining in. It's good to see you. This might mean that we're getting a live action Martin Lee. Yep. Dude, I'll scream so much if that happens. Me too. I really want to see that shake out. How would you rate all the suits and Tom Holland Spider-Man movies? That would have to be its own video. I can just let you know right now, though. If I just had to pick a couple. I'm not a big fan of the Iron Spider suit. I have gone on record as saying that's one of my least favorite Spider-Man live action suits of all time. I don't really care for it. I think I like the Homecoming suit more than most people do. Okay, one of my favorites though, towards the top, if not like number 1, it might be number 2 or 3. I love the homemade suit from Homecoming. That suit, peak. One of my favorite MCU Spider-Man suits of all time. So there you go. That's kind of a spectrum. Not really. But what would sit towards the bottom and towards the top of my list to give you an idea of kind of my taste when it comes to the Tom Holland Spidey suits. If I'm being honest, I'm getting tired of Mr. Negative getting in everything. What else has he been in? Aside from the video game, what else has he been in for you to be tired of the character? I'm curious. Because outside of Insomniac, I can only think of him being in comics. And if he's appeared in animated shows, nobody really watched those shows like that. So, he's never been in a movie. So I feel like he'd be more of a fresh take, no? That's what I would think, personally. The animated eyes will definitely stay. It helps Holland Spidey focus, as they imply in Civil War, possibly to avoid sensory overload with the spider senses, or the Spidey senses. You're right. Yes, I do always forget that's the in-universal reason as to why the lenses are the way they are. When he explains to Tony in Civil War that his senses are dialed to 11 and it helps him focus. So yeah, they probably have to keep that. If they remove it, continuity error. I guess we'll cry about it. He was also in the 2017 Spider-Man show. Yeah, but like nobody really watched that. But if you did, hey, then maybe that's enough for you to be tired of the character. Again, I can't speak to your opinion. You're valid in that. I personally am not tired of Mr. Negative because, again, the most I've interacted with the character is within the video game. I have read some comics with him in there, but they're not like comics that I revisit a whole lot. He's also not a character I've been clamoring to see on screen until we got the game. So personally, I think it would be a nice, fresh take. Although I will say I think the addition of Tombstone being a villain is something I've been asking for more than Mr. Negative, personally. But we'll see how that shakes out. See, Spidey suit tier list stream win. I think we'll do that tier list stream the second we get a full reveal of the brand new day suit. I think that would be the perfect time to do it. OMG 2017 was the most forgettable Spider-Man show. I actually I enjoyed elements of the first few episodes of that series, but I do constantly forget about it now. I do remember the Ultimate Spider-Man show from 2012 way more. Maybe just because the community talked about it so heavily when it came out, but yeah, that show is a bit of an afterthought, unfortunately, to all the fans who saw it. It did have a pretty nice rendition of MJ, though. It's kind of weird that I'm basing that just off of clips and not the actual episodes themselves, but the little interactions I saw between 2017 MJ and Peter were really cute. I kind of like that. Just out of context. Maybe in context it's even better. Who knows? Do you think that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will be in Secret Wars? I think so. I think that would be the ideal place to bring them back. People are still clamoring to see them in this movie. Nah, please don't. Because I don't want the event status or the awe and wonder that you feel of seeing those characters on screen to become diminished if you just bring them back for every single Spider-Man movie. So No Way Home is like the ultimate, oh my god, they're here! And Secret Wars is kind of the one that you would assume them to be in, but now we get to see the novelty of them like interacting with the 616 characters or Fantastic Four or even the early 2000s X-Men and all of those characters. Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire finally sharing the screen together. Yeah, you gotta bring them back, in my opinion, for Secret Wars. And you save them for Secret Wars. I don't want them in Doomsday. I don't want them in Brand New Day. I want them in Secret Wars. Save them for that. Please, I'm begging you. Marvel, please. Okay, my bit is over. See, I love this. Now that I'm outside, I can be a little more loud and frantic. And it's Spider-Man Day. Chill out. I need to calm down. Okay, bring it down. Okay, I got my breathing in order. Let me read these chat messages while I'm calming down a little bit, right? Do you guys see the Pinterest board of the one crew? Yeah, I did see that. Poor guy. I feel really bad for that person. I don't think that anybody was supposed to see that, and it got leaked. So if you don't know what he's talking about, there is a mood board that one of the I don't remember if it was a concept artist or who it was, but somebody that's working on the production for Spider-Man Brand New Day. His Pinterest board got leaked. It had a bunch of mood boards for what they were going for stylistically and visually for the film. Looked really cool, but again, the public wasn't supposed to see it. Shortly after it started to go viral, that page went private, and now you can't see it. But there was some interesting stuff in there if you did get the chance to see it, and it makes me a little excited if the final product looks anything near that direction. So I'm all for it. My overall thoughts on 2017 show is that it's okay, better than Ultimate 2012 and MTV and the preschool show. The preschool, why are we putting it up against the preschool show, man? Like, come on now. Spidey and His Amazing Friends, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. That show's cute, but hey, your prerogative though, I get you. But I do disagree. I think that MTV is better than 2017. I don't know about Ultimate. Should I put Ultimate above it? I'm so bewildered that I lost air in the middle of that sentence there. I don't really know how to feel about them being brought back, but I'm open to it. No, it has to happen in Secret Wars. That's what Secret Wars is all about. It's about the reunion of all of these multiversal characters. So that it's appropriate. That's the one story where it's actually appropriate. I don't think it's appropriate for a Brand New Day storyline for Tom Holland where he's supposed to be a solo hero learning the ropes as a solo act. I don't think you bring them back there. But Secret Wars, I have no issue with that. Also, I think the wind is about to start picking up in the microphone. So if I go muffled, you know what happened. Fair warning. No, lad, we live for that energy. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's helping me burn calories. Better than Ultimate. That's a crazy take. I've never heard that before. I can see how somebody would like it better than Ultimate. I don't know if I can make that assessment just given the fact that I didn't dive into each show deep enough to have a final consensus on that. So who knows? Maybe. I do see a lot more Ultimate fans today than 2017 fans, but give it a few years, I'm sure you'll see a more cult-like following for 2017 come out of the woodwork, because that always happens. That always happens with previous Spider-Man projects. A lot of the fans get more vocal the further removed you are from the end of that project. So we'll see. We'll see. How do they get Fallout Boy on a preschool Spider-Man cartoon? Because it's Spider-Man. That's how. Spider-Man is, I don't know, he's the power that brings the universe together. Anybody will see. I would do a song for a preschool Spider-Man show, because then I could brag for the rest of my life. Hey, I did a song for a Spider-Man show. You don't have to know which one it is, but I did. I worked for Marvel. You could technically say that and you'd be right, you know? I would not be disappointed if they went with the red and black spider suit. I want red and blue for this one, personally. Just me. I miss the red and blue. We haven't seen it since what? Homecoming? I mean, he wore it. He didn't wear it. It was in a Mysterio sequence in Far From Home. We saw it for a little bit there. But it's just crazy to me, personally, that majority of Tom Holland's Spider-Man appearances in the MCU, he's not wearing the red and blue suit. He's worn every other suit aside from the classic one more, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Like he wore it in Homecoming. He had it at the start of Infinity War. And then that one hallucination sequence in Far From Home. Mysterio sequence, whatever you want to call that scene. I think that's right. I don't know. I'm only talking about him as an actor, but Drake Bell was an amazing Spider-Man. I thought he was fine. I thought it was good. I didn't hate him, personally. What is fantastic? What if the Fantastic Four meet the Ninja Turtles? That could be fantastic. I think that'd be fun. I'd mostly like to see, like, I don't know, Donnie and Reed hang out, or Leo and Sue, you know, Raph and Johnny, Mikey and Ben. That could be awesome. We just wrote it. Fantastic Four meets Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, dropping straight to Blu-ray 2038. Can I say that legally? I don't know. And surprisingly, Dove Cameron is a good Spider-Gwen. Also had Donald Glover playing Miles in that show. We got the Stark suit on a No Way Home poster for some weird reason. Nature is screaming at me right now. See, I don't know. I personally would hire Two Cheeks over you for a Spider-Man song, Geekly. Yeah, you're probably right. Two Cheeks would make a banger for a Spider-Man movie or TV show. Maybe we need to petition that to happen. He's way more musically inclined and sound than I am. He's way more tapped into that field than I ever could be. So I can see why you would think that. Dude, yes, go back to red and blue. I got so tired of red and black near the end. It wasn't even the red and black that I got sick of. It was more so the Iron Spider suit being incorporated so much for me. I liked the red and black suit, and I wasn't necessarily tired of it, but if you gave me the option, I would pick the red and blue over that. Let's see. Sonic and TMNT crossover? I could see that as well. That'd be fun. I'm surprised they haven't gone out and done an animated movie yet for that, like straight to DVD or something. Dude, Raph and Ben should meet. Johnny and Mikey should meet, not the other way around. LOL, it writes itself. Well, it writes yourself if you don't read comic books, CH. Like, I get what you mean from the sense of Johnny and Mikey being pranksters, but historically, Johnny is the hothead of the group, hence the fire, hence the Human Torch. And Raph is pretty known, especially in 2012, for being that kind of bickering bully to Mikey, just like Johnny does to Ben all the time. So that's why I think Ben and Mikey being the heart of gold of the team and Johnny and Raph being the hotheads of the team would make a bit more sense. If I was writing it, that's what I would do. Let's see, Far From Home. Also, by the way, the delivery at the start of that about the comic book thing, I was totally joking. You can't see my face, so you can't really see the delivery of that was supposed to be a joke. That probably sounded like such an a-hole move, since you can't see me. I didn't mean anything by that. Let me clarify that. Let's see. Far From Home also had the red and blue when Spidey meets. Oh, that's right. You're right. I forgot about that. See, that's another reason I kind of like that scene. Aside from just the context of the scene, I loved seeing Tom in the red and blue suit walking around with like shield agents and Mysterio. It was cool. It was cool to me. And they were talking about Captain Marvel and the rest of the Marvel universe. It felt very comic booky. I like that kind of stuff. Venom 4 2026, Venom Spider-Man movie 2026, Iron Man 4 2026. Probably not, but we can dream. We could dream. Yeah, the Iron Spider suit looked better later on, but it was way overused. Yeah, it was just over-designed. I think they could have simplified it for my taste. I do know a couple people who like it, but I just wanted the red and gold, man. That's all I needed. I didn't need all the dark blues and the grooves and the lines. It came to be a little too much for me. But again, I guess I can see why some people like it. It just wasn't. It just wasn't for me. We're actually getting a TMNT Sonic crossover in Crossword. Oh, that's right, the racing game. Almost forgot about that. For me, even though the Iron Spider is my favorite Spider-Man suit in all media, I was like, why is it in almost every MCU Spider-Man appearance? Like, yeah, give it a break. His appearances started to feel like Tom Holland isn't, and I don't mean this like from a characterization standpoint. Strictly speaking from a visual standpoint, it seemed like whenever Spider-Man would show up, it wasn't Spider-Man. Peter Parker in this universe is the Iron Spider. Occasionally he's Spider-Man. So, yeah, I think even the first fight with Doc Ock, I mean, in No Way Home, it made a lot of sense given the fact, the four tentacles on Doc Ock and then Spider-Man has the spider legs coming out of his back. And it made for some cool stuff. And I think that's one sequence where I could forgive it, where, the nanotech even taking over the arms and stuff like that. Like, that's a cool and useful way to utilize the Iron Spider suit. But a sequence in Far From Home, like when he's at the Feast Center and being presented by all these people or being presented to the people by Aunt May, and all of these people are interviewing him stuff. Like, he didn't have to wear the Iron Spider suit for that scene. In fact, I think in the trailer for the movie, he's wearing the red and blue suit, and they changed it to the Iron Spider suit for the movie. So I don't know why they did that. I thought it looked cooler, him wearing the actual Spider-Man getup, being interviewed by all these people in the trailer, just for them to swap suits by the time the actual movie came out, if I'm remembering that correctly. I think I am, because it bothered me when I first saw it. See, I know you were. I'm laughing. Okay, good. Whew. For me, even though I read that one. Okay, you got me. LOL. I haven't read any Fantastic Four. I have some recommendations. The Jonathan Hickman run is really good, and the current run that's going on right now. Those are two very easy pickups. If you don't want to be reading books for months on end and you just want a really condensed, like, couple of issues here to get a full story, Fantastic Four Life Story. And if you enjoy that, read Spider-Man Life Story, because it is another life story tale in the Marvel Universe that's also amazing, given the fact that it's Spider-Man Day. I wanted to plug that book as well. Perfect. I'm speaking so fast. Let's see. Have you seen the new Five Nights at Freddy's trailer for the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie? It's going to be a Five Nights at Freddy's fan fest. That was a tongue twister. No, I have not seen the trailer. Fun fact about me, I know next to nothing about Five Nights at Freddy's. I just didn't grow up with it. I only really know about the character named, I think it's a character, or is it the place that the thing takes place at? Freddy Fazbear, is that the character or is that the establishment? I don't know. I'm not well versed on that franchise. So no, to answer your question, I did not see the trailer. But hopefully one of these days, Geekly Games, it's a platform that I have here on YouTube where I'm going through and playing games that I missed out on growing up. Never played FNAF, maybe I'll play that on the channel. Never played a single Assassin's Creed game, maybe I'll play that on the channel. So who knows? It could be fun. Just stay tapped in and keep your eye out for that channel. Maybe we'll do something over there. You never know. See, no, absolutely not. If they do a Venom movie again, they need to reboot that crap and try again. In my opinion, I agree. I'm kind of over the whole solo Venom thing. But at the same time, my opinions on that shouldn't determine the future of Venom fans getting solo films. I just like him better when he's playing support to Spider-Man. Is that a whack take? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I'm whack for that. But I want to see a proper Venom built up in a Spider-Man story, personally. But if they make some solo films, I'm not gonna be mad. You know, Venom fans, they gotta be well fed too. So I'm not gonna gatekeep the character just to act in service of Spider-Man. He's had great comic runs on his own without the need of Peter Parker. So if films can learn how to replicate that, more power to them. You know, I don't know. I feel weird being actually excited for a new Tom Spidey movie without the expectation of Andrew or Toby. Geekly, you might get your wish, in my opinion, if Tom might turn around. I have been craving rewatching Spider-Man Homecoming the last couple of days. I'm not going to lie to you. I might do that today just to celebrate Spider-Man Day. I'll watch Spider-Man 1, Amazing Spider-Man 1, and Spider-Man Homecoming. I'll probably do that. Homecoming, look, I kind of want to do another debate night. We'll do this. We'll figure it out. I'm of the opinion Spider-Man Homecoming is one of the best crafted films in the entirety of the MCU. And it's crazy I'm saying that given the problems I had with that film over the years, but I've really come around to it. And it would be a fun discussion. Even if it's not a debate, it would just be something fun to talk about, personally. I think so. I don't know if you would agree, but let's see. Also, even though I was happy, I was confused to why they picked it for Rivals. Like most fans, minus me, would be happy to see the final swing suit. At the time, we didn't see much. I was like, it was overrated. That suit's not. That suit's amazing. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? This is a masterpiece. But yeah, I do get what you mean. I thought it was a weird choice picking the Iron Spider suit as the MCU representation. I thought the Homecoming suit would have been the one you picked, or the integrated suit that he wore at the end of No Way Home. Something other than the Iron Spider suit. But again, if we really think about it, what films really had that suit most prominently worn? It was Infinity War. It was Endgame. It was a good chunk of No Way Home. He wore it in Far From Home, and that suit is just such a reflection of Spider-Man's time in the MCU at some of its highest points. So I kind of get why they went with it. You know, it kind of makes sense. I would have chose a different suit, but that's just because of personal taste. If they're just going off of broad scope appearances in the MCU, that, unfortunately, in my opinion, would be the one. Now, I will say this. I think the Iron Spider suit from the MCU looks better in the style of Rivals than it does in live action, so that helps. I actually don't fully hate the way the suit looks in the game, so that's an improvement. You know, we'll take what we can. We'll be a little positive about it, or I'll try to. Got you. Thanks for the recommendations. Of course, of course. That's the bear. The Bear on FX, the show about cooking. I agree, Geekly. I'm no FNAF fan. Yeah, and I wouldn't even say that I'm not. Well, I mean, I guess technically I'm not a fan if I don't know anything about it. But it's just that I'm not knowledgeable on it, and I never really tapped into it. So again, that could change in a few years. Who knows? There's still plenty of time for me to get caught up. Well, no, we'll see. We'll see. Venom movies are so buns. I'm sorry. I like the first one. I think the first one's a nice, fun little B movie, if you want to label it that. I don't. It's probably not a B. I don't know. I don't know what we would even call Venom. Do we even call it a movie at all? Maybe it's just an experience. I don't know. But I like the first Venom. I'll leave it at that. I just don't get the direction of those movies because there's so much you could do with it, even if it is a solo film. Dude, you're getting smoked when we do the Spider-Man debate night. I'm so down. That's the thing with you, though. Like, my problem with people's assessment of the Tom Holland Spider-Man films is always in relation to their ideal version of the character from other iterations, and not the film based on its own merits and makeup as a screenplay and like finalized production. As a film, and I would argue even as a Spider-Man story, Spider-Man Homecoming is a very solid. And I don't know. I think just popular opinion online has seeped into the brains of so many people that they think they're some high cinephile critic god level emperor I don't know what you would even label yourselves, but you need to get over yourselves, get off that high horse, and watch Homecoming with a bag of popcorn. You don't even get a bucket of it, you gotta eat it out of the bag, and stop being so stuck up, because Homecoming is fun. I will always stick up for that movie. Was that entertaining enough? How was my delivery there? Did I feel passionate enough for you? I don't know. Just let me know. Dude, I got the Blu-rays. If you want to marathon the Home trilogy, I'm game. Let's do it. I'm down for it. I would love to do that. I'm way more confident in my Homecoming argument than my boneless wing one. Okay. Well, again, I would be more than down to it because I'm a Spider-Man fan. I can defend any version of the character. I don't take Peter Parker down with me. I don't, because I love Spider-Man. I don't hate him like you do. They should make a prequel movie for Amato Yoshi and Oroku Saki, something like Transformers 1. I would love that. In fact, I wrote a script for one a few years ago. I think it would be fun to read that on stream. I'm going to go for a little bit. All right, take it easy. See, I feel like my personal favorite Tom suit is not quite as Far From Home suit. It's the slightly updated version at the start of No Way Home. Yeah, because I like the belt better on the No Way Home one. So I agree with you there. Mainly how they fixed the belt area. Yep, there you go. Exactly what I was talking about. I'm siding with Geeks on this one. Sorry, CH. See, well, I think as a movie, it's okay as it is. It's just not a good Spider-Man movie, LOL, but it doesn't have to be a debate. It could just be a, let's say, an interesting discussion. Okay, here's my thing, though. Even the phrasing of that, it's a okay film, but you know, hell, it sounds like we're getting into it right now. The phrasing of that, even... it's an okay movie, but it's not a great Spider-Man movie. Is that how you worded it? That phrase was like coined and made popular by a prominent video essayist on YouTube. I don't think anybody else had that assessment before that video came out. I highly doubt that, and I could be wrong, but I highly doubt majority of people who saw Spider-Man Homecoming when it came out walked out of the theater with that sentiment. I highly doubt it. I'm sorry. Like, I just cannot believe that. With the amount, again, I was very heavily tied into both outside in my actual environment talk and the online space. So many people loved Homecoming when it came out that I do not buy that there are so many people that have that exact same sentiment all of a sudden, however many years were removed from the movie now. It doesn't make any sense to me. Case in point, we're what, a month out from the release of K-pop Demon Hunters, and now all of a sudden everybody hates that movie, even though everybody loved it the week it came out. How did we get here? I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. I don't understand it. Yeah, we're already starting. We got to save this for discussion, but yeah, you do bring up a good point. All right. Yeah. That's going to be fun. I'm already, dude, you got me hype. I'm just saying it's Spider-Man Day. I'm in that mindset. What can I say? We do got to find something to talk about, though, because I'm fired up. We got to replace the Homecoming talk with another debate we can do right now with the chat, because I'm fired up. You got me excited. We got to find an outlet. Come on, give me something to talk about. Everyone hates K-pop Demon Hunters. What happened? Exactly what happened to Spider-Man Homecoming. It got too popular. Too many people started loving it. Then one tweet or post, whatever it was, went viral of someone saying, enough time has passed. Can we admit that this screenplay is a disaster? So many plot holes. And now everybody's like, yeah, I thought the same thing. No, you didn't. Stop lying. Stop lying. It's the same thing that, bro. Okay, I need to chill out. I need to. Whew, I should have brought my water with me. Internet. You're not gonna get me today. I'm on my walk in the forest. I'm not supposed to be getting this passionate. I'm not supposed to be getting this worked up. Let me chill out. Me. Okay. Okay. I'm okay. I'm fine. Whew. I've been seeing so much hate. Like, the switch up is crazy. It is. It's insane. I don't know. Okay, new topic. Have you played Donkey Kong Bonanza? I have not. Because, fun fact, I don't own a Switch 2. I don't know how many people that watched my unboxing realized I don't own that Switch 2. It was strictly an unboxing unit. It wasn't mine. I had to return it the day after. So no, I have not played Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I really want to. I'm craving the chance to play it. Let's see. Okay. Oh god, it's Toy Story 4 all over again? Yeah, pretty much. You know what? Okay, no, it's a Spider-Man stream. I was about to talk about Incredibles 2. I gotta stay on topic. Everyone is just hopping on a bandwagon. Exactly, that's what it feels like. Hey, Geekly, I can't believe I actually caught you live this time. Thank you. So glad you were able to do so. It's good to see you. We're just yapping about Spider-Man pop culture and the switch up in the internet space when it comes to enjoying media, because it's getting on my nerves. And people are fake, and they don't like to express their actual opinions and feelings on media because they don't want to stand out in a crowd of people who hate something. That's my assessment. Could be wrong. Maybe I need to meet these people in person and have a sit-down dialogue one-on-one. Who knows? That could be cool. That, if I make enough money at some point to where I can fly every single week, I'll make that a series. Sit down and review a movie in real time. We go to the theater, we walk out, and you have to give me your raw opinions in that moment, and you better not switch up for a month after you go online and see other people saying something differently. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That could be a dope series. Who knows? That might be a far-off dream. Let's see. Well, I was about to say, didn't you have a Switch too? I sure do not. I was not about to drop $500+ on that. Absolutely not. I'm good. Hey, geeks, how is the art showcase going? It's going good in the sense that, like, I got all of your art. It's going really bad in the sense that I can't put your art on screen because my equipment exploded on me. Okay, exploded is a bit of an extreme term. What actually happened? I was editing a video, and the AC adapter started sparking and smoking. So I unplugged it, and it went, and then a whole bunch of smoke started coming out of the cord. And I went to plug it back in. Stupidly, never do that. I don't advise you plug it back in. But I plugged it back in, and nothing would power on. So I gotta get everything replaced. So that's why I'm able to go live right now on my phone, but I can't show anything on screen. I don't have access to OBS on my phone, so I can't do the showcase while I'm here. So we're gonna have to wait till I get all of that stuff replaced so we can properly do that fan art showcase live. But I have all of your art compiled, good to go, ready to be displayed whenever I get that set up. I'm excited for it. I didn't look at your art too much because I want to be shocked in the moment as I'm assessing everything and combing through it. So I half squinted as I compiled like the art into a folder. So it's going to be a live, realistic reaction because I want to see it thoroughly in real time with you guys, because that was the magic of the original version of the fan art showcases. I wasn't the one putting the fan art on screen. I had somebody else remotely doing that, so I didn't see the fan art at all. I just forwarded the bulk of the emails to someone else. They put them on screen, and that was my first time seeing it. Now that I'm the one hosting it, I have to be very careful when I open the emails. So that's how that's going, just in terms of the update. So I'm glad I was able to update you on that, and I'm glad you asked, because I feel like I've left you guys in the dark as to what's going on with that. But that's still happening. Yeah, still fully happening. Did y'all see the trailer for Zootopia 2? I did not. I saw the little, like, what would you even call it? A teaser, I guess, at the start of Fantastic Four in IMAX. But I didn't see the full trailer that dropped, what was it, yesterday, a couple days ago or something? So I have yet to see that. Save the Incredibles talk for a potential podcast episode, possibly, maybe. Hey, don't start now. No. I will say, no shade whatsoever, but The Incredibles is still the best Fantastic Four movie. No shade. No shade. No shade at all. You didn't hear it from me. You didn't hear it from me. I didn't say that. Who said that? Who? Was that the bee that was chasing me earlier? Why did you say that in my microphone? Don't start a fight. Don't do it. Don't start a fight. Oh, yeah. You and Bittersweet are doing a podcast, right? Yeah, we're doing a Final Fantasy podcast. And we have an episode and a half about ready to go. I just don't want to drop it yet until we get a good backlog ready. So that way, if we have scheduling conflicts in the future, we'll still have episodes coming out regularly. So keep an eye out for that, but we are recording and I'm editing. It's going well. Can we talk about how hyped for for Peacemaker season 2. We are in a few weeks. To be honest with you, I'm not like super stoked for it. I really enjoyed season 1, but I'm not actively hyped. I'm looking forward to it, but it's not the thing that's embedded in my brain that I'm itching to watch next. I'm sure as I watch it, that's going to change and I'm going to be super tapped in, like all about it. But right now, at this current point in time, I'm just following Spider-Man Brand New Day. Why did I say it like that? I don't know. But I'm really looking forward to Brand New Day. That has all of my attention at the moment. When Peacemaker comes out though, best believe I'm gonna be all about that. By the way, oh my god, I just remembered, guys, do you know what dropped today? Do you know what is actively out? I think every single part of this thing is out right now. It just released today that I see nobody talking about it. It's pissing me off. Take a wild guess. Bad Guys 2? Nope. That's not what I'm talking about. It might have dropped today, but that's not what I'm talking about. Eyes of Wakanda, there you go, exactly. Eyes of Wakanda dropped today, and Marvel's not promoting. What on earth? I didn't even know it was coming out today until I logged on to Disney Plus. I was going to rewatch the Rise of the Silver Surfer, and Eyes of Wakanda, all episodes streaming, is right there in my face. What are they doing? What happened? They didn't promote Ironheart. They're not promoting Eyes of Wakanda. They're uploading. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is Spider-Man Day. But again, that's kind of speaking towards my grudge against this. Spider-Man Brand New Day started filming today on Spider-Man Day. Why would you drop Eyes of Wakanda on Spider-Man Day when you know everybody's going to be focused on Spider-Man? Like, push it back a month or something. Let Eyes of Wakanda have its time to shine. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't understand Marvel's release strategy this year. It's been quite dookie, especially given the fact that they dropped Fantastic Four 2 weeks after Superman. And don't get me wrong, I kind of hate how toxic the online space talking about these two movies has become. But if you look at the box office projections, if we're going to go down that rabbit hole, I know it's kind of a toxic, annoying, uppity thing to talk about. But financially, Fantastic Four is struggling, but not struggling to make its profit. It's going to do well. It's doing okay at the box office, but it could have done better had it not released so close to Superman. I think Marvel was trying to be like, hey, little bro, we're about to body you at the box office, and Superman's outpacing it. Now, this kind of ended up hurting both movies, because if Superman just stayed put and say Fantastic Four dropped in, let's say August or who knows, Thanksgiving, make it a Thanksgiving movie, promote it alongside that dinner scene. You drop it then. I don't know what else is coming out in November, so this might be a really bad take, but at least it would be separate from Superman. And then both films can get their maximum earnings. But since Fantastic Four wanted to do its thing up against Superman and it's paying the price for it now, both films aren't going to earn as much as they could have. Superman's going to do well. It's going to do really well. It's going to probably do better than Fantastic Four. So this, if anything, worked out better for DC than Marvel. But Marvel ended up hurting both of them to some degree. They're not going to suffer like overwhelmingly or anything like that, but both could have made more if Fantastic Four moved its date. Don't know why they did that. And now I feel like Wakanda's going to suffer the same fate because of all the Spider-Man stuff, and Fantastic Four is out. Like, people are talking about things actively. Let Eyes of Wakanda breathe. And why did you dump all the episodes in one day? I don't know. I don't know. It's breaking my heart, though. I'm excited for it, but it seems like they just have no respect for the animation or any of the TV stuff outside of Daredevil recently. I don't know. That's my opinion on it. That's my take. I think Disney is low-key losing, or I think low-key Disney is losing faith in Marvel and Disney Plus. It seems like it. Ryan Coogler is going to have a field day with Disney Marvel. I just know. I mean, yeah, after Black Panther 3, I'm sure he's up out of there. Not going to lie. Like, Sinners was a hit. And he executive produced Ironheart. He's a producer on Eyes of Wakanda, and they buried both of those shows. Like, I'd be feeling a little something. I'd be feeling some type of way. I might clap back a little bit. Who knows? In fact, you know what's kind of funny? I don't know if you guys saw, but James Gunn apparently recently has been talking to Ryan Coogler. Does he scoop him up for a DCU project? Or are they just talking as friends? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But if think about that. If DC gets Ryan Coogler and James Gunn, Marvel, y'all might be cooked, buddy. Outside of Spider-Man, you might be cooked. I don't know. Fantastic Four Thunderbolts was good too. I won't lie about that. I like those movies. See, Superman and Fantastic Four should have had a Barbenheimer thing. It would have helped both. Yeah, it probably would have. It probably could have. That would have been fun. Because they're racist? Maybe they are. I mean, given the pattern, there might be some bad apples in that bunch. I wouldn't be shocked. See, that's a little extreme. I don't know. Yeah, that's something that needs to stop with streaming shows all around. Releasing episodes weekly always is a way better for the show's conversation online. Never truly know with James, lol. Yeah, when it comes to the weekly releases, look at how well that worked for X-Men 97. X-Men 97 cooked. Everybody talked about it every week. Every single episode was getting more and more exciting than the last. It was in the public consciousness. LeBron James talked about it. Hello. Like LeBron James talked about your show? Your animated Marvel series? Come on now. Big dog, if you don't start releasing your shows weekly and have a little faith in what the writers are cooking up, I don't know. You know what? Tonight, it's Spider-Man Day, so let me push it to tomorrow. I was going to say tonight I'm going to watch all of Ironheart and all of Eyes of Wakanda. I'll make tomorrow a Ryan Coogler Marvel Universe extravaganza so I can catch up on all the stuff I missed tonight. I'm going to watch, again, the Spider-Man movies. And I'll come back and let you guys know what I think about it, because I'm going to be so honest with you. I think the hate for... This is a weird take given the fact I haven't seen the show. But I think the hate for Ironheart, it just feels a little fabricated. It feels a little overblown. I'm sure the show isn't that bad. I'm not going to come out here and say that, it looks good to me. It looks like a masterpiece, because none of the trailers impressed me. I'll be completely honest. I don't think the trailers looked awesome or anything like that. I do think some of the suits looked cool. I miss seeing more bulky Iron Man type armor in the MCU. But I don't know. I just have a gut feeling this show isn't all that abysmal. Because to be honest with you, and this might affect how some of you view my assessment of some of these projects, but I just recently rewatched She-Hulk. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. People are just so hyperbolic. But we'll see. Again, not a masterpiece, but... I just feel in my heart of hearts that the hatred is overblown. I can't help but feel that way. Here's a good question. Do you think Robert Pattinson Batman could fit with the new DCU? Could he? Absolutely. I think so. It's funny because a lot of people after seeing Superman were like, yeah, there's no way Robert Pattinson could fit in this universe. No. I mean, I think he could. Given the fact that James Gunn's whole thing about the DCU is each individual project feeling tonally and I guess structurally different from the other one, and they all will have their own visual language and identity. The only thing that connects them all is the same universe backdrop. That would fit. The DCU would fit that, or the Batman would fit in that framework, because we're getting a rated R body horror Clayface movie next year. Does that sound anything remotely close to what we just got with Superman? No, it doesn't. So I think that there is a world where that could fit together. Will it happen? I don't think so. I really do not believe at this point in time that is the goal. James Gunn has said like 80 times it's not happening, and he keeps doubling down it's not happening. I don't know, man. Who knows for sure, but I'm of the camp of, can it work? If they really wanted to, they could find a way to make it work. Will it happen? As of right now, I'm camp no, I don't see it happening. That's just where I stand with it personally. That's what I'm thinking. That's how I feel about it. Let's see. You know your show is peak when the GOAT talks about it, right? Exactly. I know everybody that animated X-Men 97 was doing backflips when LeBron talked about it. Me personally, don't really think so. Excuse me. Plus, I'd love to see a new Batman. The actor I would pick is Jake Gyllenhaal. I've seen that around. I personally, if I was casting Batman for the DCU, I don't want Alan Ritchson, or however you say his last name. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I don't want Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't want anybody who's an A-list celebrity, not even B-list celebrity. I want a relatively unknown actor to play Batman. Worked for Spider-Man, Worked for Superman and David Corn Sweat. I want it to happen again with Batman. Because it would be weird for me to have a DC trinity where, like, say, Wonder Woman and David Corn Sweat is playing Superman, where they're relatively new to the acting space. This is their breakout role, and then Batman is just so clearly played by an actor you know. All I'm going to see is Batman, or I'm going to see Wonder Woman, Superman, and insert A-list actor here. It's going to break the illusion a little bit for me. A good argument to kind of push back against that argument, though, is Pedro Pascal, right, as Reed Richards. I think he did a good job at disappearing in that role, and I didn't think about it too much, but I think it's a little different when it comes from a character like Batman, because where the Fantastic Four is an ensemble cast, and you can kind of blur the lines given that the other three are, not as well known as Pedro. I don't kind of, maybe given not Pedro Pascal, Joseph Quinn has a little bit more pull as well. So maybe that's a defunct argument. I don't know, but I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. That's how I want the structure of the DCU Trinity to be. Relatively unknown actors. I wouldn't want anybody like a Jake Gyllenhaal or anyone playing Batman, at least not in this iteration. If they're doing like an Elseworld one-off, cool. I'd be fine with that, but that's me. That's my 2 cents on it. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I thought She-Hulk was fun. That's what I'm saying. I like She-Hulk. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's a fun time. I think people were being a little too hard on it. Kieran, you're now back in my good graces again. Hello. I didn't know LeBron talked about it. I want Jensen Ackles as DCU Batman. That's another one I've seen floating around a lot too. I think we need an unknown as Batman. Yeah, that would be my pick. I feel like you'd have to pick someone old enough to play him as well, since this Batman has already had Damian Wayne. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I forget the actor's name, but he's, again, relatively unknown. I think he's done one show that's semi-known, but it's not super popular. And his trainer came out recently and was like, hey, I'm prepping this actor for the biggest role of his life. And a bunch of people in the comment section were like, oh, is it anything bat related? And putting bat emojis in the comments and all that kind of stuff. And the trainer started liking those comments. Sure, that's not a confirmation at all, but it could be alluding to the fact that maybe that's the role he's training for, or maybe it's just like, well, he's not playing Batman, but now that you're commenting it, I'm going to like these posts, so hopefully James Gunn can see it and give it some thought. Who knows what's actually going on there? If it is true, I'm not against him. He looks the part. He's super jacked right now. I didn't check his height. I wanted to see how tall he was next to David Corn Sweat, so I didn't really get to see that. But his age, I think he's only 2 or 3 years older than David Corn Sweat. David being 31 or 32, I think this dude's like 35, 36. So that would iron out perfectly. If you ask me, that's who I would get. Just based on those credentials, his acting merit, not sure. I haven't seen him act in anything. But again, he has the look, he has the age, he's got the physique right now. Didn't check the height. But we'll see what happens. If it ends up being that guy, just look-wise, I wouldn't be mad at it. I think that'd be pretty cool. Because again, I don't know who he is. I've never seen him act before. So if he comes out, guns a-blazing in this film, hopefully he doesn't use a gun because it's Batman. But I would see him more as Bruce Wayne in Batman than I would whoever the actor is. Because again, when seeing Superman, I have no frame of reference for a David Corn Sweat filmography or his appearances in previous theatrical releases. All I saw was Superman. And then after the fact, I was like, wow, David Corn Sweat did a good job as Superman. But as I'm watching the movie, he was Superman. I didn't see David Corn Sweat. So that's what I want to happen for Batman. That's just me. I feel like I've said that's just me, or that's just my opinion, or that's what I would do like 20 times in the past 10 seconds. But it's fine. I'm overthinking it. How do we get to talking about Batman? It's a Spider-Man day. What are we doing? Batman, stop taking over everything. I hate you. I'm joking. I like Batman. It's an ongoing joke that I hate Batman. I really don't. But let's see. Anybody have anything else Spider-Man related to chat about before I go inside? It's getting really hot out here. Again, I took a shower. Really dumb thing to do considering I went outside to walk and I'm sweating now. So I'm probably going to take another one, but we'll see. It also looks like there's a Wonder Woman movie that's actively happening right now, writing wise. Yeah, so the I'm blanking on her name, but the woman who was writing on Supergirl and the Teen Titans script, I think James Gunn asked her to pivot to writing Wonder Woman. So Titans is on pause while she's getting that ironed out, which I think is the right move. I think we need to get Wonder Woman before Teen Titans. I say we need. I want to get Wonder Woman before Teen Titans personally. So I'm not mad at that decision. I think that would be fire. See, I haven't seen much from Ironheart, but the takes I've seen are low-key sketchy. And that I don't trust their opinion because they seem like they're pushing an agenda. You know the type. Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. I think I know the certain corner of the internet you're talking about. That was an actual cough. I didn't mask their name behind a cough or anything like that. But yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I agree. I never take much stake in those opinions, but that's why I want to see it for myself and see how I feel about it. You think Venom should be in Secret Wars? I don't think he needs to be there. I wouldn't be mad if he is, but he's not essential enough of a character, in my opinion, to be utilized in the MCU take of Secret Wars. I'd be fine without him, especially given the fact that I still want Peter to have the symbiote himself during Secret Wars. So I'm going to vote no. I don't want Venom. I want Peter Parker in the black suit for Secret Wars. That's what I want, personally. There we go again, personally. Okay, one more Spidey question. What would you say that you're more excited about, Brand New Day or Beyond the Spider-Verse? As of right now, Brand New Day. I know it's kind of funny because the whole thing about the Spider-Verse films are they're always unexpected and upping the ante in terms of their screenplay and animation and this, that, and the third. And while that is true, I, for the most part, know I'm going to get a 10 out of 10 banger when it comes to Beyond the Spider-Verse. This is a whole new direction. The first time that we're getting a creative overhaul with the same Spider-Man actor in the same series, but kind of soft rebooting itself with the continuity of the previous film still being there. And it's the first live-action Spider-Man 4. So given that there's so much new and so much more intrigue and questions and things to be equally excited and concerned about going into Brand New Day, I'm more hyped for it because I'm going in not knowing much. We're not going into your traditional sequel. This is going to be a creative overhaul of a continuing story. So I think that's why Brand New Day has my interest a little bit more right now. Especially given the fact that it's next up and they're actively developing it and we're seeing stuff in real time versus Beyond the Spider-Verse is very much in the Batman situation where all we know is they're working on it and we have no frame of reference beyond, no pun intended, beyond just the fact that it's being made, So yeah, that's my answer. I would give it to Brand New Day for right now in terms of hype level. This is a really fun way to spend Spider-Man Day. Thanks for doing the Stream Geek. Hey, that's what it's all about. I mean, I was not expecting this to go as well as it did, especially given the fact this is the first time I've streamed on my phone since like 2017, 2018, I think. Could be wrong about that. I'm probably wrong about that. I probably did it once a couple years ago and forgot about it. I don't know. But this was really fun. I might do more of these, just pull my phone out of my pocket and go live and talk to you guys. Since I'm not able to make videos actively at the moment, since I'm going to be traveling a lot, since I'm animating a lot, just to keep you guys in the loop in what I'm thinking about creatively in the pop culture space, so you're still tapped into that geekly ecosystem of content, But even if you're not getting it in its traditional form, I think this is a good workaround. So if you guys like this kind of stream, let me know and I'll keep it going. And if I can get a way to do this with my microphone attached to my phone until I get my new equipment and I get the camera on and all that stuff, we'll keep it popping. But I really, really, really want to get back to playing Rivals on stream. That game is pissing me off. And it's hard for me to enjoy it without my chat. Like, at least when I lose on stream, I have chat to, like, joke about the loss with. I can laugh at it and you guys can, like, get in on the joke. But when you guys aren't there, I'm squeezing my controller, almost snapping it in half because I'm so mad, and there's nobody for me to like use as an outlet to speak to. So it's really difficult for me, guys. I miss you. Come back, please. So yeah, I hope we get that ironed out soon. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Well, technically not. We did do the Superman discussion when we were outside, but I was yeah, that's the thing. I'm talking about like on my channel, me hosting a stream on my phone and me being the crux of like whether this thing, or me being the sole determining factor on if this goes well or not. You know what I mean? That's more in the ballpark of what I'm talking about. So yeah, I don't know. I feel weird because more people are coming into the stream, and I'm thinking about ending it. Is there anything else? Can you guys do a quick online search? Did anything else about Brand New Day come out before I end the stream? Is there anything else we can talk about before I dip? Because I would hate for there to be like some big bombshell piece of news and I'm already off off the stream, you know? Oh, the game is holding me back. Yeah, that game is... It gets on my nerves. Since Punisher is appearing in this film, do you think Daredevil and the rest of the Defenders will appear in later MCU or Spider-Man projects? I hope so. I think that'd be cool. I'm not gonna like hold my breath on it. I think the extent of it would be ending at Daredevil because that's something they need to pay off, in my opinion. We've been asking about it for so long. I think even back when Homecoming was coming out, we wanted that crossover. They somewhat delivered in No Way Home, and when we got what was it? Yeah. When we got Matt Murdock at the start of the film, but we want to see them suited up. So again, it blew my mind that we're getting confirmation of Punisher, John Bernthal in a Spider-Man movie before Charlie Cox suited up as Daredevil. That's crazy. I'm not going to complain though, because that's another dream team up that I had. And I thought that was way less likely than Daredevil. But the fact that they paid that off, I can't be mad. We're getting Punisher in a Spider-Man movie in the MCU, like John Bernthal. Is that not crazy? Think about that for a second. We're going to be sitting in a theater watching John Bernthal's Punisher in a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. If you traveled back in time to 2016, 2017 and told me that, I'd laugh in your face. No, you know what? I actually think I would believe you because at that time I was delusional enough to think that they could cross over at that time. So I'd probably believe you. I'm not going to lie. that probably wouldn't be a shock. I'd be like, well, duh, they're in the same universe. What are you, stupid? That's probably how that conversation would go. I'll be honest with you. Always ending up with the most trash teammates in comp. Quick Match has been a pain this season for me. I've had more wins in comp than Quick Match. Is that not insane? Oh yeah, I got you. Not at the moment on my end, though it's possible they'll reveal the full suit later today. Given the caption of the IG post is "Don't go anywhere." Was that real? Did they say that? Hey man, had to come through. Spider-Man Brand New Day is in full effect. Yes, it is. I'm out here on my daily walk, sweating my tuchus off, yapping to chat about all things Spider-Man. I'm probably gonna go in, get some grub, watch Spider-Man Homecoming, and some other stuff. I feel like I'm gonna start with Homecoming. If I don't watch anything else, I'm watching Homecoming because it's Spider-Man Day and they started filming Brand New Day, and it'd be cool to celebrate with the beginning, the genesis of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I don't know. What are you guys gonna do? What are you guys gonna get up to for Spider-Man Day aside from yapping with me? You know, what do you guys have planned? Are you watching anything? Are you playing the games? Are you drawing? Are you opening up a coloring book? I don't know. How do you celebrate Spider-Man Day? Give me some ideas for next year, aside from just watching the movies. Part of me was thinking about coming outside and attaching dental floss to the trees and swinging around like I'm Spider-Man, because that would totally work, right? I think that would work. I'm currently playing the games. Are you playing the Insomniac games? Or are you playing like Ultimate Spider-Man or the movie tie-in game? Which one are you playing? I'm drawing 100 Spider-Man suits. Lord have mercy. You gotta make sure you let me know when that's done. I'm curious to see how that turns out. Might have a swing session in Spider-Man PS5. That would be therapeutic. Oh, snap. We didn't talk about this. I wanted to bring this up. Do we think Michael Giacchino's coming back to score the film? Because if you listen to the little teaser they put out today when he's showing the suit off, you can hear the melody of Michael Giacchino's Spider-Man score on the piano. I was praying that he would come back. I wanted them to change directors. I wanted to get a new visual identity to these upcoming Spider-Man movies. But one thing I didn't want them to do was be like, oh, it's a new trilogy, so he gets a whole new theme song. No, I wanted the Spider-Man theme to stay consistent because that's one of my gripes with the MCU is that some characters they'll change their theme song movie to movie. Spider-Man is the one, not the only one. There are other examples, but he's one of the few MCU characters that has a consistent melody to let you know this is Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and they kept it for the suit reveal teaser. I pray Michael Giacchino's coming back. And if he doesn't, God forbid, I hope they keep the tune. Like the dun 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 dun. Like keep that. It would be like getting a new composer for an Avengers movie and he changes the da 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 da. Like you don't change that. You don't do it. You don't do it. So I hope Michael Giacchino's gonna be back. Please, I'm begging. I'm begging. I definitely think it could happen. I sure hope so. I might make a video or a Spider-Man video with all my Spider-Man Marvel Legends from the MCU, Spider-Verse, and Insomniac games. That's what I'm doing for Spider-Man Day. Way to celebrate. That would be dope. We heard the theme. Yeah, I love the score of the home trilogy. Love musically musical continuity. Yeah, I got you. I stumbled across that sentence for a little bit, but that's my fault. My bad. Yeah, I think Michael could come back. He's known for cranking these scores out pretty quickly too. Like what he did, the Marvel fanfare. He did Doctor Strange in 2016. He did Spider-Man: Homecoming in 2017. He did Incredibles 2 in 2018. Like he's a machine. He's a madman, and he also scored the Batman and came and did Fantastic Four and Werewolf by Night. Like he can do it. He can come back. Don't tell me he's too busy. He'll always find the time for Spider-Man. He'll always. Am I coping? No. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. We're going to put that into the universe. We're going to put it into the atmosphere and believe it. Hold on to that wishful thinking for dear life. Somebody. It says someday, not somebody. Someday you should rank all the suits from the Insomniac games. That could be fun. I might do that. See, unfortunately, I'm going to have to... Oh, you're leaving. But again, this was insanely fun. When you get your setup replaced, we definitely got to talk about doing the Spidey discussion stream, but the stream was ... I don't know how many dots that is. Spectacular. Thank you for tapping in. Again, I'm probably going to have to wrap this up because it's getting really hot out here. And I'm just trying to answer every question that I can before I leave or address every comment. So yeah, would you be doing a ranking of the Spider-Man movies along with the Sonyverse film? Again, that's another thing I could do. I might save that for after the release of Brand New Day or Beyond the Spider-Verse. I think Beyond the Spider-Verse would be a little more appropriate because that would conclude that trilogy before I rank them. But I could see myself doing that, absolutely. Yeah. He had a concert a few years back here in Ireland, and he gave us a preview of the Far From Home score. That's awesome. I heard that, what was it? It was either... Shoot. Was it No Way Home? I think it was No Way Home. It was either Homecoming or No Way Home. He's either about to or he just recently did the film with the score live in concert. So if they're doing that, I might see. I might try to travel. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, hearing it live was crazy. I could only imagine. I would have ascended in that moment. But yeah, I think we finally caught up to the chat. If there are no more questions, no more comments, no more concerns, I am going to end the stream here. This has been really, really fun. Thank you guys for coming through and checking in on me. I'm so glad so many of you showed up and showed out to an impromptu Spider-Man Day live stream. Again, this is probably the most fun I've had on a live stream in a minute. And it's not even a traditional stream. I'm not on camera. I don't have my microphone. I'm not sitting down. I'm outside. I'm walking around. And we had no technical hiccups. Is that not crazy? Thank you for blessing me today. I feel like this is the greatest way for me to spend my Spider-Man days with you all. Thank you guys so much for always showing your support, always being the kindest community that a geek could ask for. We're going to keep it going. I'm writing scripts. I'm animating projects. I'm working on videos. We will be back in full effect soon enough. But until then, you guys have an awesome day. Drink water. It's pizza time. Go get some pizza. Do whatever you need to do. Be safe. Happy Spider-Man Day. I'll talk to you guys soon. How do I end this? Am I still in Unk? I don't know how to end this. Oh, there we go. Okay, bye. Later. Y'all have a good one.